Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. They must often change who would, be constant in happiness or wisdom. What the superior man seeks is in himself. What the small man seeks is in others. In a country well governed, poverty is something to be ashamed of. In a country badly governed, wealth is something to be ashamed of. It does not matter how slowly you go so long as you do not stop. When anger rises, think of the consequences. When it is obvious that the goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals, adjust the action steps. Faced with what is right, to leave it undone shows a lack of courage. To be able, under all circumstances, to practice 5 things constitutes perfect virtue. These 5 things are gravity, generosity of soul, sincerity, earnestness, and kindness. To see what is right and not to do it is want of courage or a principle. Fine words and an insinuating appearance are seldom associated with true virtue. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig to graves. Success depends upon previous preparation, and without such preparation, there is sure to be failure. Do not impose on others what you yourself do not desire. Men's natures are alike. It is their habits that carry them far apart. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. Hold faithfulness and sincerity as first principles. I hear and I forget, I see and I remember, I do and I understand. Respect yourself and others will respect you. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. The superior man, when resting in safety, does not forget that danger may come. When in a state of security, he does not forget the possibility of ruin. When all is orderly, he does not forget that disorder may come. Thus his persona is not endangered, and his states and all their clans are preserved. The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential. These are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. Better a diamond with a flaw than a pebble without. Better a diamond with a flaw than a pebble without. Study the past if you would define the future. Wheresoever you go, go with all your heart. Wisdom, compassion, and courage are the 3 universally recognized moral qualities of men. Forget injuries, never forget kindnesses. Have no friends not equal to yourself. He who exercises government by means of his virtue may be compared to the North Polar Star, which keeps its place and all the stars turn towards it. He who learns but does not think is lost. He who thinks but does not learn is in great danger. He who speaks without modesty will find it difficult to make his words good. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. A superior man is modest in his speech but exceeds in his actions. Be not ashamed of mistakes and thus make them crimes. The more man meditates upon good thoughts, the better will be his world and the world at large. The superior man understands what is right. The inferior man understands what will sell. By nature, men are nearly alike. By practice, they get to be wide apart. He who will not economize will have to agonize. When we see men of a contrary character, we should turn inwards and examine ourselves. He with whom neither slander that gradually soaks into the mind, nor statements that startle like a wound in the flesh, are successful may be called intelligent indeed. If I am walking with two other men, each of them will serve as my teacher. I will pick out the good points of the one and imitate them, and the bad points of the other and correct them in myself. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. If you look into your own heart, and you find nothing wrong there, what is there to worry about? What is there to fear? Ignorance is the night of the mind, but a night without moon and star. It is easy to hate, and it is difficult to love. This is how the whole scheme of things works. All good things are difficult to achieve, and bad things are very easy to get. Without feelings of respect, what is there to distinguish men from beasts? Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. Simplicity, patience, compassion. These three are your greatest treasures, simple in actions and thoughts. You return to the source of being, patient with both friends and enemies. You accord with the way things are, compassionate toward yourself. You reconcile all beings in the world. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them. That only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally, forward in whatever way they like. A good traveler has no fixed plans and is not intent on arriving. Those who know do not speak. Those who speak do not know. When you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everyone will respect you. The truth is not always beautiful, nor beautiful words the truth. Time is a created thing. To say I don't have time is like saying I don't want to. The best fighter is never angry. Because one believes in oneself, one doesn't try to convince others. Because one is content with oneself, one doesn't need others' approval. Because one accepts oneself, the whole world accepts him or her. If you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. A man with outward courage dares to die. A man with inner courage dares to live. Care about what other people think, and you will always be their prisoner. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. At the center of your being, you have the answer. You know who you are and you know what you want. Do you have the patience to wait until your mud settles and the water is clear? Silence is a source of great strength. The flame that burns twice as bright burns half as long. Stop thinking and end your problems. Kindness in words creates confidence. Kindness in thinking creates proofness. Kindness giving creates love. Manifest plainness, embrace simplicity, reduce selfishness, have few desires. A leader is best when people barely know he exists. Of a good leader who talks little, when his work is done, his aim fulfilled, they will say, "We did this ourselves." Music in the soul can be heard by the universe. Act without expectation. Respond intelligently even to unintelligent treatment. Appear weak when you are strong, and strong when you are weak. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. Supreme excellence consists of breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. All warfare is based on deception. Hence, when we are able to attack, we must seem unable when using our forces. We must appear inactive. When we are near, we must make the enemy believe we are far away. When far away, we must make him believe we are near. Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win. The greatest victory is that which requires no battle. To know your enemy, you must become your enemy. Engage people with what they expect. It is what they are able to discern and confirms their projections. It settles them into predictable patterns of response, occupying their minds while you wait for the extraordinary moment, that which they cannot anticipate. There is no instance of a nation benefiting from prolonged warfare. Treat your men as you would your own beloved sons, and they will follow you into the deepest valley. Even the finest sword plunged into salt water will eventually rust. Move swift as the wind and closely formed as the wood. Attack like the fire and be still as the mountain. When you surround an army, leave an outlet free. Do not press a desperate foe too hard. Opportunities multiply as they are seized. Who wishes to fight must first count the cost. When the enemy is relaxed, make them toil. When full, starve them. When settled, make them move. The art of war is of vital importance to the state. It is a matter of life and death, a road either to safety or to ruin. Hence it is a subject of inquiry which can on no account be neglected. If you wait by the river long enough, the bodies of your enemies will float by. Know yourself, and you will win all battles. To win 100 victories in 100 battles is not the acme of skill. To subdue the enemy without fighting is the acme of skill. So in war, the way is to avoid what is strong and strike at what is weak. Be extremely subtle even to the point of formlessness. Be extremely mysterious even to the point of soundlessness. Thereby you can be the director of the opponent's fate. Build your opponent a golden bridge to retreat across. The wise warrior avoids the battle